Friends, Asher with Gents. Hope you're doing really well. It's time for another This Week in Fragrance, where I'm going to let you guys know some upcoming new releases and their note breakdowns, and maybe let you know a little bit about what I think about those fragrances, how they might smell, how they might perform, and whether or not I'm looking forward to them or not. We've got some really big ones this week. We've got a new Halloween Man, a new D Squared, a new Lalique, a new Montblanc Explorer, and a new Spicebomb. There's a whole bunch to talk about, lots of different notes, lots of different write-ups, so let's just jump into it. Today's This Week in Fragrance is sponsored by FragranceUSA.com. A shout out to FragranceUSA.com for sponsoring This Week in Fragrance. And there's a link in the description to their website. Make sure to check them out. They sell authentic, niche, and designer fragrances at great prices. And you can use the code GENT15, no S, just GENT15 to save 15% off your entire order. So again, shout out to Fragrance USA. Thanks so much for sponsoring the video. Check them out in the description below and use GENT15. Save yourself some money. First up, I want to talk about the new Halloween Man. It's called Halloween Man Hero. The bottle looks really interesting. It's got this triple color kind of gradient design. I really dig it. And then the box has a retro feel. At least that's how it comes across to me. Kind of looks like, I don't know, maybe early 90s kind of vibe to it. And on the side of the box, it says jump into the blue, which is really letting you know exactly what type of scent this is gonna be. Now, I don't have a write-up from the company or anything at this point, but I do have the note breakdown. So let's go over that really quickly. In the top, lemon, ginger, and grapefruit. Yeah, jump into the blue. Yeah, I would say so. Right off the top, you've got your lemon and grapefruit, so your citrus mixing with ginger. And a ginger and citrus combination is used extensively across men's blue fragrances. Of course, when I say blue fragrances, I mean scents that are extremely versatile, people-pleasing, mass-appealing fragrances that you can pull off pretty much anywhere, anytime. So we're talking about the YSL Y line, Dior Sauvage line, Bleu de Chanel line, Versace Dylan Blue, stuff like that. In the mid, this one has lavender, sage, aquatic flowers, and marine notes. And then in the base, cashmere and patchouli, amber extreme, and moss. So looking at this note breakdown in its entirety, you have a whole lot of common notes that are used in extremely versatile fragrances. Cashmere, amber extreme, often you'll see something like amber woods in a fragrance note breakdown, but amber extreme, aquatic notes, lavender, sage, ginger, citrus, all of that is right here. So this does have the makeup for being just a really high selling, extremely versatile, compliment pulling kind of fragrance. That's what this looks like. It looks like they took little bits and pieces from a whole bunch of other very popular fragrances, put it into this one. Now, one of the best things about the Halloween Man line, of course, is the price. A lot of times at discounters, under 30 bucks. The original Halloween Man is a great alternative to 1 Million. Halloween Man X, that's fantastic for fall and winter, one of my absolute favorite cheapies, and even Halloween Man Shot is very solid as well. So while a lot of people might write this one off, it could actually be a sleeper. This could be one of those fragrances that comes out, is very affordable, is very, very appealing, and everyone is gonna want it. But we'll have to wait and see. It could also be trash. Next up, let's talk about the new D Squared 2 Wood. And this one is unisex. So they have a couple fragrances for men in their new wood line, a couple for women, and now they're coming out with a unisex one. Again, no write-up from the brand here, just the notes. It's got a top of citron, pink pepper, and lemon, mid vetiver, fir, and cypress, and then a base of vegetal amber, volcanolide, and musk. Now that volcanolide note, most people are gonna look at that and be like, yeah, volcano? Like lava or something? That is a captive molecule from Firmenich, and from what I could see, it's supposed to have a musky aroma, a little bit woody, and a little bit earthy. So, and then of course, vegetal amber, which we all know and love, of course. Amber that smells like vegetables or vegetation. Now, the new D Squared wood line has not gotten a whole bunch of hype. Neither wood or greenwood, the men's releases, are fantastic. Greenwood is okay if you just want a really clean, fresh, woodsy type scent. It's all right. So this one, I would imagine when it comes out, not a whole bunch of people are gonna jump on it. I'll try to check it out when I can, just to see if it's one of those fragrances that's very surprisingly good. But I wanted to make you aware of this fragrance because I know that there are some fans out there of T-Squared. Next up, let's talk about the new Spicebomb. It's called Spicebomb Infrared. So we had Spicebomb Night Vision Eau de Toilette, and then Night Vision Eau de Parfum, and now Infrared. Apparently the new idea or the new path for the Spicebomb fragrances are military style scents, or at least named in a military kind of fashion, which I guess makes sense because the bottle is shaped like a hand grenade. So they're playing into that. Spicebomb Infrared, inspired by infrared technology that detects body heat. Viktor and Rolf ignite a game of magnetic seduction that burns like a flame with Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Toilette that increases heat in every way, creating a crescendo of sensuality, a true frenzy of torrid feelings and seduction, impossible to deny, unbearable to ignore, even when one is alone. Man, these write-ups, you know, you read enough of these and sometimes you're just like, sure man, we'll go with that. It's unbearable to ignore even when one is alone. What does that even mean? Like you spray on Spicebomb Infrared and you're just like, I can't even, oh, it smells so good. I don't understand. Spicebomb Infrared recreates the iconic Spicebomb by taking the vibrant magnetic red from infrared light and fusing it with black glass. The result is an irresistible fiery grenade, a bomb for endless seduction. That's what is that, the third time now? So this is apparently very seductive, extremely seductive. Spicebomb Infrared maintains the absolute fixation of Spicebomb juice, but with the torrid and incandescent touch, thanks to the notes of habanero pepper, aphrodisiac red fruits, and the resin of benzoin. It is our hottest and most impressive juice. That's awesome. This juice is very impressive. This is the most impressive juice we've ever done. Also, it's hot and seductive. You can't ignore it. So the juice is loose with Spicebomb Infrared. It's got newts. So apparently the juice is loose with Spicebomb Infrared. You just can't ignore it. It's gonna blow you away and it is extremely impressive. It's got notes of red berry essence, which I'm assuming is pink pepper, saffron, habanero pepper, which they may actually list as pimento, I would guess. A lot of times that's what they do. Fragrance companies will be like pimento, but here they say habanero, so that's really spicy. Cinnamon leaf, benzoin, and then tobacco. So this does sound more like they're getting back into the spice side of things with Spicebomb, which makes sense because the name of the fragrance is Spicebomb, right? That's not really big brain, that's just common sense. So they came out with Spicebomb Night Vision Eau de Toilette. A lot of people were unimpressed because that fragrance was Viktor and Rolf saying, hey, Invictus, can we do something, you know, with the twist, Invictus with the twist? So lots of these fragrances that come out and have like Invictus style sweetness, but they don't smell, you know, exactly like Invictus. That's kind of what Night Vision Eau de Toilette was. It wasn't really a spicy fragrance, at least not the way that Spicebomb and Spicebomb Extreme are. And then they came out with Night Vision Eau de Parfum, which is an improvement over the Eau de Toilette in my opinion, but still not really spicy. You know, you're not really getting that big hit, that big blast of spiciness. But here, sounds like you will be. So even though this write-up probably has some things that are lost in translation, the note breakdown and what they're actually going for, that sounds awesome to me. Give me that pink pepper, that saffron, that habanero, that cinnamon, resins, and tobacco. Yeah, absolutely give it to me. It's kind of interesting that it's coming out, you know, March, April. You know, it's heading into spring and summer, at least in North America. And this absolutely 100% reads like a wintertime fragrance, you know, fall and winter. So they kind of missed the boat a little bit as far as the timing goes, but I'm absolutely gonna pick it up. I know a whole bunch of you out there are gonna pick this up. I'm excited. I'm hoping it is right back, you know, into their wheelhouse, that, like I said, big spicy punch. Looking forward to it. Hope it's awesome. Up next, let's talk about Lalique White and Black. Now, a bunch of you out there really just know Lalique from Encre Noir and Encre Noir Sport and Encre Noir All Extreme. Like, you think Lalique and you think, oh, Encre Noir. But Lalique has amazing quality fragrances for the price that you can pick these up from at discounters. It is good. The house is good, I mean. I only have the note breakdown here, so I'll give that to you. It's got a top of bergamot, grapefruit, and frankincense. Kind of interesting to see that in the top. In the mid, cardamom, pink pepper, elemi, and lavender. And in the base, white cedarwood, patchouli, tolu balsam, ambroxan, and vanilla. And I think it's possible that this fragrance is the one that's overlooked the most out of everything here. And there is a high possibility that this one is one of, if not the best, of the fragrances I'm gonna talk about here today. And that is completely just me putting blind faith in Lalique. They have screwed up sometimes. L'insoumis Ma Force is not that great. It's not horrible, it's just not that great. But a lot of Lalique fragrances are fantastic. I will say in general though, that the house appeals more to guys middle-aged and older, I would think. They've got that nice classiness to them, that refinement, but they usually don't go too far onto the sweet side of things. So this one, white and black, for sure. I'm gonna check that one out as soon as I can. Now it's time for the biggest release out of all these, at least I would guess it's going to be, Montblanc Explorer Ultra Blue. I wonder what kind of fragrance this one will be. Ultra blue, oh yeah, blue fragrance. Blue is the color of the sky and the oceans, the color of ice-covered mountains and deep lakes. It's also the inspiration behind the scent from Montblanc Explorer Ultra Blue Eau de Parfum. A scent that takes us on a true journey of discovery. A fragrance that arouses the desire to discover nature's palette in blue. Explorer Ultra Blue opens up with Italian bergamot and other citrus fruits of the finest quality, combined with a touch of pink pepper. This gives a fresh, spicy top note that arouses our desire to travel. A marine accord gives us the beating heart of the scent. This deep blue aquatic note is created by combining citrus with aquatic and airy notes. The result is like a fresh wind that takes us to the alpine landscape with a hint of sea breeze. These fresh, salty, airy notes are contrasted with the sensual and deep scent of ambergris. The last note to discover takes us to the island of Sulawesi in Indonesia, where we find a base note that defines the structure of the scent, a patchouli developed exclusively for Montblanc. This patchouli is light and clean and is combined here in a masterful way with woods that give the scent a rich base with hints of leather. So the note breakdown here is super simple. Top, citrus, pink pepper, that's it. Mid, aquatic notes and ambergris, and then the base, patchouli, woody notes, and leather. So, really simple note breakdown. We all know the original Explorer is a Creed Aventus type scent. So is Explorer Ultra Blue going to be building off of the original Explorer? And this is going to end up smelling like a fresher sort of aquatic take on Aventus? I would assume not. I would think that this is actually going to be kind of its own thing, but we're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, you do have a lot of the same notes here. You know, your citrus, your ambergris slash ambroxan, you've got leather in here, woody notes, you know, those all carry over. And then they do say the patchouli is light and clean. So the way that comes across is that it would be something similar to clear wood or akigala wood, which those are essentially aroma chemicals where you take patchouli, you really strip it of any of the earthiness or dirtiness that you can pick up from patchouli, and it leaves this kind of lighter, clean, woodsy scent profile. And that's really what they describe. Patchouli is light and clean, and it's done in a way mixed with woods that give the scent a rich base. So, I mean, that's pretty much how it reads. And that's what you found in the original Explorer also, akigala wood. We'll have to wait and see how this one is. I'm absolutely gonna pick it up myself. I know a whole bunch of people out there are going to. I'm just hoping it's not super boring and redundant. So, we'll see. There we go, guys. 5 new releases. Let me know in the comments which one you're wanting to experience the most. I'm going to guess that the Explorer Ultra Blue will be first, Spicebomb Infrared will be second, and then Halloween Man third. That's my guess. I also want to thank once again Fragrance USA for sponsoring the video. Like I said before, their link is in the description. Gent15, save yourself 15% off. Great prices on niche and designer fragrances. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. Thanks for your support. Stay safe out there. See you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.